welcome to this edition of First Shift. Later, Hyundai aims to be a tech leader. But first, a look at your headlines. Fiat Chrysler and PSA Group signed a binding merger agreement in Europe today. As expected, the combined company will be led by PSA boss Carlos Tavares. FCA's John Elkann will be chairman. In a letter to FCA staff, Elkann said CEO Mike Manley will remain with the new automaker, but did not specify a role. The tie-up will create the world's fourth largest automaker, with 8.7 million annual vehicle sales. The two aim to achieve annual cost savings of $4 billion. They don't plan to close any plants. Completion of the deal is expected to take 12 to 15 months. The merger will give PSA a long-sought presence in the United States and help FCA gain ground in developing low-emission technology. The two automakers said they would come up with a name for the company in the coming months. The merged company will have an 11-person board with 5 members nominated by each side. The board will include labor representatives. Tavares will be the 11th director and will serve a 5-year term as CEO. He said the merger will place PSA and FCA in a strong position to face the coming challenges of the industry. Manley said General Motors' racketeering lawsuit against FCA did not affect the merger terms. France's finance minister Bruno Le Maire telling Reuters that the merger is good news for France, Europe, and the car industry. We'll have much more on the deal this afternoon on Auto News Now. In other news, the National Automobile Dealers Association is expecting a decline in U.S. new vehicle sales in 2020. NADA said it forecasts a 1.2% drop to 16.8 million. According to Automotive News Data Center estimates, new car and light truck deliveries dropped 1.4% through November. But the industry remains on track to top 17 million sales for a record 5th straight year. And the U.S. House of Representatives is expected to vote Thursday on the United States-Mexico-Canada trade agreement. U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer said Congress should easily pass the NAFTA replacement. President Donald Trump said Tuesday that the Senate will need to decide if it will vote on the deal before it holds his likely impeachment trial. Hyundai Motor Group is investing billions of dollars in new technologies globally, and as our Lawrence Iliff reports, the move could allow the group to leapfrog traditional competitors as the internal combustion engine gives way to broad electrification. Earlier this month, Hyundai said it's targeting combined sales of 670,000 battery electric and fuel cell vehicles in 2025. It aims to become a top 3 manufacturer of EVs by that date. And as part of the plan, the Genesis brand will launch its first full electric models in 2021. And as Iliff reports, Hyundai R&D chief Albert Bierman stressed that Hyundai's N Performance division is paving the way for electrification. In fact, Hyundai Motorsport unveiled its first ever electric race car in September, the Veloster NETCR. That's short for Electric Touring Car Racing. The car will participate in the new motorsport category next year. Finally, a First Shift footnote. As we told you last week, longtime Toyota Motor North America boss Jim Lentz will retire effective March 31st. And as he finishes his last full year on the job, the 64-year-old Lentz sat down with Nicholas Joseph, a 5th grader who has ambitions to one day become president of Toyota.
Mr. Lentz told me that I need to be like a good student and like learn, so I have to like pay attention, and he said I need to be honest so then people will actually believe me.
Joseph says if he ever takes over, the first thing he will do is create flying cars. We've landed at the end of the show. Auto News Now has your afternoon update. Take care.